Imagine if you had access to any enormous treasure chest, filled not with gold coins or jewels, but with countless pieces of everyday conversations, written texts, social media posts, speeches, and countless other fragments of language from all over the world and throughout history. What secrets could you unlock from this vast collection? What stories will language tell if you knew how to listen? Welcome to the world of Corpus Linguistics, an exciting and powerful field where language is no longer just studied in isolated examples or abstract rules, but in living, breathing, real-life usage. Now imagine if you were a detective, not chasing criminals, but hunting down patterns in language, patterns invisible to the naked eye, but shimmering with clues about how we think, communicate, and evolve. What if, by examining thousands or even millions of texts, you could uncover the hidden biases lurking in political speeches or the subtle shifts in public opinion over time? Picture yourself analyzing how the language surrounding climate shifts before and after major international summits. Suddenly, language becomes alive, dynamic, and profoundly insightful, reflecting not only what people say, but how society itself transforms. Now consider this. What if you were in marketing or customer service, and through corpus analysis, you could predict what words and phrases resonate best with your audience? By examining actual corpora, huge databases of real-world language, you learn what customers commonly complain about, what makes them smile, or how to phrase a message that builds trust and rapport. This isn't guesswork. It's informed by statistical evidence from corpora spanning millions of interactions. Think bigger. Suppose you're a language learner who struggled for years with grammar rules. What if Corpus Linguistics could show you the actual frequency and context of words and constructions, allowing you to prioritize learning what really matters? Instead of memorizing archaic or rare phrases, you dive straight into what native speakers generally use every day. Your language acquisition becomes smarter, faster, infinitely more natural. And here's a wild thought. What if we could build AI systems that understand human language, not just by program rules, but through exposure to massive corpora where patterns emerge naturally? This is no longer science fiction. It's how cutting-edge natural language processing models learn, enabling virtual assistants to hold conversations, translate languages instantly, or even write poetry that stirs the soul. But wait, what about culture? Language isn't just data. It's a living reflection of identity, history, and values. Using Corpus Linguistics, imagine uncovering how marginalized communities reclaim derogatory terms, or how slang spreads across borders, shaping and reshaping cultural landscapes. Every text tells a story. Every phrase hides a meaning waiting to be decoded. Now picture yourself at the core of all this discovery: a scholar, a tech innovator, a historian, or simply a curious mind. With the tools of Corpus Linguistics at your fingertips, you are no longer a passive language learner, but an explorer mapping uncharted territories of communication. So, what if you decided to dive deep and learn how to analyze these massive linguistic datasets yourself? What if, through this journey, you could unlock patterns that solve real-world problems, enhancing education, improving AI, bridging cultural divide, or reviewing hidden narratives in history's documents? If this sparks your curiosity, you've already taken the first step into Corpus Linguistics, a fascinating adventure where every word counts, and every pattern tells a story. A treasure chest of human language awaits. Will you open it?